Welcome, fellow gamers. It's Sunday. It's time for the Gamer Hangout on Gamers with Coffee. You guys know it's every Sunday. So here we are. Or, well, at least here I am. So hopefully you guys have had a good week. It has so far not been too bad. Game-wise, we got together at our coffee shop today. Did a little live stream again. On YouTube there, just as we were doing some basically World War II fighting. Hold on a second there, Clint. I will get you the link, sir. But I gotta send it to you, don't I? Oh, hold on a moment there. Just a minute, Clint. I've got to go over here and open the mail up and get you in on the mail. So while I'm doing that, I can't see. Bear with me. Oh, good grief. So here comes your invite, Clint. And well, there we go. Okay. Sorry, taking a minute longer there this time than normal. There you go. Clint, I emailed it to you, sir. So there you be. I guess I could grab my headsets. That's the only way I can hear. But so anyhow, you guys, we had a pretty good day today. We did some World War II gaming. A little bit of, it's just a little bit of, hold on a second. I'll get Clint on the stream here. There you go, Clint. How's that? I'll move this around. What you doing, sir?
Front axle assembly.
Oh, front axle assembly. Well,
yeah, working on building that one. I screwed up on the bearings. It's very important that you check your bearings 2 or 3 times. I don't mean knowing where you're at. I mean checking the size of the bearing. There is literally one bearing that is 0.5 millimeters different than the other. And it does make a difference where it goes.
Well, that's good. You got to know where it goes, right?
Well, as I found out, I put it in the wrong spot. So I wondered why the main drive gear was really loose, and I didn't have a bearing to put together the left side because it was where the main drive gear bearing was and wasn't supposed to be. So now the main drive gear bearing is not loose, and I can assemble the left side.
All righty. We'll assemble the left side then.
Yep, I'm going to do that while we chat.
Yeah, no problem. I was just starting to talk about, we played Wings of Glory, the World War II edition this morning. Yeah, which is fun. I mean, it's a fun game. And Clint, you had your bomber. My son Joshua had 2 German fighter planes against
P-190.
P-190s. Oh, well, hello. Who is on Facebook? That's one thing about this. It'll say Facebook user. It says, hello, gentlemen. I don't know. So who are you on Facebook? Thank you. A little back. But I'm not sure what your name is. It doesn't say a name. It just says Facebook user. So we did that today. And we're going to do, at some point, I was talking to Josh. He wants to do the tripods and triplanes.
Oh, yeah. Because we can definitely break that out for sure.
I explained it to him, and he's like, oh, wow. Well, hello, Cody Austin. Sir, how are you? Yeah, I wish this thing would tell you who it is, but it can't tell you who it is when it's on Facebook. But hopefully you're having a good day there, Cody. I hope so. But Keegan lost today.
Yeah.
Clint completed the mission. Josh shot him down.
To be fair, though, Keegan did a ton of damage. I mean, he did shoot the bomber down.
And he about survived it, and he drew a lot of negatives, so he did not take much damage. Did you notice that?
But that fire didn't help him when he caught on fire.
No. catching on fire is not never a good thing, is it, Clint?
No.
But it's not the first time that
Yes.
Keegan
So you
caught
had
on
one
fire.
plane that couldn't go right, one plane on fire, and then the wounded pilot. So he was kind of done at that point.
Yeah, at that point he was.
But I mean, boy, it chewed through that bomber like it was nothing.
Yeah, it's your bomber. Well, your bomber had a lot of health, though, right? Like 30
It
points.
did, but he blew it out in 3 turns. I mean, he blew out 30 points of health in 3 turns with those 2 Mustangs.
Yeah, those Mustangs are pretty quick planes. So
the P-51s are pretty deadly.
so were the ones Josh was using, but I can't pronounce it.
P-190s, yeah. The German 190s, yeah, those are brutal too.
Pretty brutal.
I wish the bomber could have done more because it only does the one. I mean, it's got a lot of guns, but if you're not in all the adequate firing arcs, it doesn't really matter how many guns it has. The gun doesn't do any good if you can't hit a target with it.
Yeah, but you have 3 on that bomber. You had 3.
Oh,
3 of
yeah, but I was doing basically the base damage. So none of the guns on the bomber were ever going to do anything really drastic. It's just kind of picking at it because I'm assuming that particular bomber in real life just had heavy machine guns mounted on it. Just having that 360-degree top turret was kind of nice.
Well, it gave you more options too because it's not defenseless. It's actually had a lot to it, so more to it than the rest of it there. Keegan said he might jump on there, Clint.
That's cool.
See if he can say hi. I know Josh was going to watch. Josh, he wants to come back again next Sunday. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I've got enough planes if he wants to throw down Aeronautica. I'm going to have one or two
kick out of that.
Groups. I mean, and it plays even simpler. I mean, here's the hex. You move the certain move, you roll to shoot, and you're done. Most planes can only take 3 to 5 points of damage, so you can shoot them down pretty fast.
Well, that's not very much damage at all, really. Wow. Yeah.
No, but considering it's going to be harder to hit than actually do anything else. Remember, Greg, you're hitting on a 5+, and if the elevation is off, you're not hitting at all.
Yeah, with that game, well,
it's tricky.
Yeah, Wings of Glory has the elevation factor too, but
yeah. It's a little harder to track. I mean, you change the pegs in Wings of Glory. I don't really like that so much. I do like with Aeronautica where it's just change the dial and, there's your elevation.
Well, that'd work because you can go up and down.
Yeah.
So Wings of Glory, you got pegs, right?
Wings of Glory, when your elevation, your speed changes your maneuver cards. But then again, in Aeronautica, you don't have the maneuver cards. You just follow the hex, but you are trapped on a hex grid at that point. So, I mean, there's going to be pluses and minuses no matter what. I think Aeronautica will play a little faster just because you'll take people out quicker, for one thing.
Well, if it plays fast, that's the thing today. Nobody can really do the games that are taking too long. So
yeah, that's why I'm really surprised that Blood Bowl is still going.
Well,
although the new one is
stopping it though. Some people are playing.
They're revamping again, and it's supposed to be a little faster play, which means there probably is not going to be another release for Blitz Bowl. Probably what is out is probably all that's going to be out.
Yeah,
sadly. Shoot.
Yeah, sometimes you never know.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, now I get dog hair all over the tube of grease.
Tube of grease? Well, yeah, you got
I'm using the marine stuff, the waterproof grease for these. Because if I'm doing assembly, I might as well.
You may as well, because that way.
Waterproof stuff right away and then not worry about doing it later. I mean, their heavy grease is fine, but if if you're going to put a grease for a little more water repellent, especially on an RC you're planning on driving in the water or mud, mostly mud, mud, sand, whatever, then really I might as well just use the more water-based or the waterproof stuff right out of the gate.
Well, it'll save you some hassles down the road.
Yeah. It'll help me when I do my maintenance and stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm looking at some of these plastic parts that I think I'm going to just go ahead and order the aluminum component for. I'll change them out later, so right now it'll be plastic, but I'm putting brass on it anyway, so I might as well change these components to aluminum. I ordered some stainless steel bushings and stuff for the steering arm, and I'm putting all the stainless steel screws in as I'm building this, so I'm not even wasting my time to upgrade later. I'm just putting the stainless steel in right away. So all this, any screw that is exposed is going to be stainless, so I don't have to worry about water with that. I just blow it off and I'm done. I don't have to worry about it rusting or wiping it down or anything. It's just done.
It's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good thing there.
I have the kit, the stainless steel screws, so I might as well utilize them. And I lost my tweezers again.
Yeah, those are easy if you drop them.
I was not even dropping them. I just don't remember where I set them half the time. Well, because in order to get these stainless steel screws out of the kit, I'm using the tweezers because my fingers are too big and these trays are small. But for a $30 investment for all these stainless steel screws, it's all the screws you need to replace in one of these RCs, one of these TRX4s. It's all the screws, every one of them, all stainless components. So for $30 to get stainless screws for everything really is not a bad deal.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad deal.
Sadly, for my 6x6, I have to buy 2 of these sets, which is why I have 2 of them. And I haven't finished converting my 6x6 over, but I do want all stainless on that.
Well, if you're going to run it through water and stuff, go.
Yeah.
My dog is sometimes such a pain. Come on, watch out, Justin. Back up. Come on. You're trying to get under the desk. I don't want her under the desk. It's too much of a pain. But, well, it was a fun afternoon anyways.
It was. I enjoyed running that bomber. I wish I had more German bombers. I really do. They're just hard to get. That's the thing with Ares. They make great games, but then there's no support. They run their thing, and they make their run, and then that's it. It's done.
And that's too bad because it's one of those games where, like Josh was wanting to know what the aliens looked like. So I found those for him, by looking around online so he could see what it is with triplanes and tripods. And, yeah.
Yeah, they're very War of the Worlds aliens for sure, but they're cool. I still need to get those others ordered. I should do that here soon. So we have, 4 different aliens, even though we'd have 6 aliens total. I'd at least have the 4 different ones, 2 short ones, 2 tall ones. Because I've got all the spin sets for us playing it in World War II. I've got everything we need to play it in World War I. I just need the extra aliens. Of course, they're not going to put any new ones, so sadly.
With it being a new year, and we can do some resolutions on getting gaming in, and we've got games to do for sure.
That's a good thing you bring that up, Greg, because you and I have been discussing a schedule for the next few months. Do you want to share the schedule or the tentative schedule for the next 3 months?
All right, so tentatively every Sunday we're going to drink coffee and game. Is that correct?
Okay.
Yes,
smartass. Thank you.
You wanted though to do Aeronautica Imperialis next Sunday.
So we're going to do ideally the next 3 Sundays to be Aeronautica Imperialis, providing I can get the bombers put together. So the idea is first Sunday do fighters, second Sunday do bombers, third Sunday do fighters and bombers in a big campaign.
Okay. And then after that, in February, you wanted to do a couple episodes on the Fallout RPG.
I was discussing with someone, I think it was my wife, that we're going to do Forbidden February.
Forbidden February.
So we'll do the series of Forbidden games, the Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert, and Forbidden Skies.
Yeah, because that'd be three Sundays and each one a different game too.
And those games, 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, and they're cooperative, so that's what's really cool about it. You know, it's all or nothing with that game. You either everybody wins or everybody loses. That's all there is to it. You really have to strategize. So,
yeah, that'd be a good thing to do.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. And, you know, it's a card game, but not a card game. I mean, it's a tile game, so you've got your map is tiles, and you've got little meeples, little wooden pieces to move around. All three games play very similar, but there are a few different elements to it. The Forbidden Island, the island sinks, so your map tiles go away. I mean, they're gone. They're just removed. Forbidden Desert, the sands blow over, the desert blows over the tiles and blocks them, but in some cases you can have underground tunnels or find, basically, I guess it's dynamite to blow the sand off the tile. So the tiles don't actually go away. I think you just flip them over for sand cover.
Oh, okay.
Then on Forbidden Sky, you're up in basically a floating city, and you got to watch for the lightning strikes. Those tiles are hit by lightning at random intervals. Plus, you have to build circuits so that you can power the rocket ship so you can get off of the floating city. So I think it's potentially, you're going to have probably Forbidden Space being the next one, I hope, which is probably set on like the moon or somewhere in orbit.
Forbidden Space?
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the next one, because at the end of, if you win Forbidden Sky, you get in the rocket ship and fly away.
Crystal says we should do a Unstable Unicorn show.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be bad. I have a No Hazard, which would be fun to do, but it's not kid friendly.
Yeah, some of the stuff gotta watch. So I don't see why not, Crystal. We could do that.
Yeah, that would be a good one to add. And then I was thinking, once we finish up the Forbidden series, we could live stream us doing our character creation for Fallout RPG, and then spend March doing a short campaign with Fallout RPG, and we just live stream the RPG as we play.
Yeah, because we could do that off and on throughout the week too, just depending. But Unstable Unicorns might be interesting. Sure.
Yeah, that would be a fun one. I've not played that. We have it. I've just never played it.
Yeah, just don't.
You got to retrieve that screw I dropped.
Don't know, sir. It's been
that should give us a
though.
while. Obviously it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, and our resolution is to do more gaming. Towards the end of last year, it's been pretty bad, all the stuff going around and everything, but just got to get up, keep going, and get stuff done, and that's the best way to do it. I think when I went to go live, it put it into YouTube Entertainment, not YouTube Gaming.
Well, that's weird. Why would you do that?
I might have accidentally clicked that trying to get in.
I had extra screws. Dang it. Of course, I got to lose one of the smallest screws I have. It's got to fall on the floor and be lost to the abyss.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. It's been a long day. It's been a relaxing day at work, and
yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Relaxing day after work.
I suppose work could have been worse, but it could have been better too.
Yeah, everything could have been better, Clint. Who knows? But at least we got gaming in, and it was a fun game.
Yeah,
and I have to agree with you. Keegan did quite a bit of damage with his planes in the game, and it's a game that's easy to play, man. It's just it's easy to do, and I think that makes a big difference right there. You know,
it's dupling up your responses, Greg.
What?
The chat is showing you're responding on Facebook and looks like YouTube.
Yep.
So you're basically, anytime you respond to something, there's double.
Yeah, it will, because it's going to YouTube, Facebook, and the page
But
in the group.
usually the chat doesn't show me both. It's showing me both right now. So like I said, every time you respond, it's just you're responding twice.
Yeah, that's what it does on my end. It shows me that if I respond, it'll go to YouTube. It doesn't differentiate. It just responds to all of them.
That's the first time I've seen the chat actually include it, though. Usually it's not in the chat.
Oh, your chat should always be there for you to see.
The chat's there, but I've never seen it double it. It's never done twice.
Maybe it's showing you what I see on my end.
Yeah, it's showing me YouTube and Facebook, because there's one has a little Facebook image, one has a YouTube image.
Yep. So when I make a comment,
whatever you want to call it.
Yep. When I make a comment, it goes to both.
So it's just generally now it's showing me all the chats is basically, which means we shouldn't be missing anybody in the chat, ideally. But
man, I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, crazy long day it has. Probably be even a longer night. So, yippee!
I don't know.
Yeah, there's always things to do, stuff to do, and.
Oh, don't tell me I'm short a screw on this. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Whew. Beginning to worry I couldn't put my steering linkage together because I was missing a screw.
Well, Clint, we always knew you had a screw loose, so it's okay.
Screw loose. Screw loose.
Well, hello, Mini Wormut.
Thanks for the compliment.
I think Mini Wormut survived his fast food episode today, and he's back. Today's kind of slow for us, man. Usually we got more people, but like today's just. But you're watching the game, and that's cool, Mini Wormut. Thank you for being here and watching us. Clint's just. I know it looks bad in the camera what Clint's doing, but
Clint's building an axle.
Yeah, he's building the axle for one of his cars. But without seeing the axle, it just didn't look right.
Yeah, I know. It looks strange. Well, it just means I'm doing it wrong.
Yes, you're right. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's kind of our itinerary for this month and next month, and we'll just keep adding to it.
So the front, I'll turn this. There's the front axle with the steering. I just don't have the linkage on for the steering, but the axle's assembled.
I did get invited today too while I was watching another streaming service. So they're in the UK and they want to stick me on the show over there with them on one of their podcasts. So I'll go do that too.
You like torture.
Mm-hmm. This is a different group, but they're mostly into Warhammer and a lot of painting and pretty much all that.
I'll be right back, Greg.
All right, that's cool. Mini Wormut, you've been productive this week. Well, that's good. I mean, if you had a productive week, hey, more power to you. It's better than not being productive. My week's been productive also. I got my Hueys. I'm working on those. I had to get some paint for that. But I started painting the little guys that go on them because I got to add that to my Team Yankee collection so I can transport things. So you painted 16 Romans, Sax, and 3 Zombicide survivors and some cowboys. Dang. You've been doing good. Nice. And there's Weird World War II. Hello, sir. He says he got a bunch of stuff for Christmas. What'd you get for Christmas, Brian, from Weird World War II? Or was it Mini Wormut who got it? I don't know. Whoever got stuff, it's all good. But if you got things to do, that's even better. For me, I had to stop because I got to get paint. So Clint found some for me because otherwise, if I don't paint these guys before I put them in and glue them into the helicopter, it's not going to be able to get to them. Whoa, Taylor, how are you, sir? And you're building. now building 40 hoplites? Okay. 40 of them's not bad. And Brian from Weird World War II, I'm glad you got some socks. Socks are important this time of year, sir, because, it's cold outside. Well, except for you're in Texas, so it's like 90 degrees. I'm glad you're doing well there, Taylor. He says he's doing well. I'm glad you're all doing well. It's good to hear. You don't want to hear anybody doing bad. Keegan may show up. He lost in the game today that we played at the coffee shop, but it was fun. And he almost won. Did pretty good. Well, I'm glad you're dropping by to say hi, Taylor. Your printing empire, how's that going? I mean, you should be making, I don't know, a few thousand US every week, right? Printing that stuff. Gotta get it to that, Taylor. And who's that? That's Evie. What are you doing, Evie?
I don't know.
You don't know. That's Clint's daughter. I didn't want you guys to think some kid broke into his house and is staring at the TV or the monitor there, camera, whatever. I need more coffee. You know what, Mini Wormont, the historical thing, I think that's cool, honestly. That's a direction I've been looking towards too a little bit, and I think it would be interesting. Although Star Wars Legion, that would be fun. I would get a box, but I have no one to play with. Although I think the figures would be cool to have. And yeah, that is a typical TJ's report or response. I don't know, but I think that'd be a good deal there. And so, what are you just going to kind of do a little bit of multiple types of historical? I mean, different eras and time frames, or is it more specific to an era and in an army or of some sort? Because for me, it's more or less, I'm just interested in trying something a little different and see where that goes.
Well, of course.
Romans and the Gauls. All right. Ghouls.
Well, sort of, yes. All right.
All right, Clint. Your daughter got on and said hi.
She's right there.
Yeah, I know. She got on and said hi while you were gone.
Of course. Typical teenage response. Yeah.
I just heard it.
I said, "What you doing, Evie?" And she's, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah. Yep. That sounds like a typical teenage response.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Okay. Need to move my greasy Q-tip somewhere else.
Huh?
Well, I was putting the grease on the Q-tip and then putting it onto the parts, so. Looks like you've got Republican.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Taylor, so it's going to be a week before you're done printing the sections. I know some of those sections can be big, huh? Be like 2.5 days print time, 3 days. I know.
Like
when we did the castles, it was like that. Hey, Clint, we're in World War II. Wants to know what you're doing. He goes, "What's up, Clint?"
Oh, building a front axle for the RC. I told Brian that when we start doing our videos for the RC stuff, I was going to put the Weird World War II logo on the back of the one bad guy truck.
Yeah. May as well.
Yeah, free advertising. Plus, it'd be kind of cool. I mean, it's going to be a 30-0 looking truck anyway, so it kind of makes sense.
There you go, Brian. Mini Wormont. If you guys have some decent ideas there, man, sounds like fun. Do whatever you feel you want to do, man. Of course, World War II would like the werewolves.
Well, yeah, that kind of makes
sense. Gotta
sense.
Keep it weird, yeah. There you go.
I mean, you can't really do movie or any type of that monster stuff without werewolves. I mean, just it's like, a rule. It's like law.
And Unsponsored one, huh? Yep. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is we got some gaming we got set up through February now, so we'll be doing some more, and we'll still be doing a little bits of live streaming from the coffee shop because people asked us
Yeah,
to.
we're gonna try to do that every Sunday for a little
Yeah,
while.
just try to stream the game. I mean, it kind of kills two birds with one stone because once the stream is done, and then you take it off the private settings YouTube puts it on, then you've got a little video of gameplay. Although you have to redo the hashtags and stuff.
Well, I suppose that's probably a small price to pay.
Many warm. It's about time to see some gaming from you guys. Actually, we used to put up quite a bit, and we've just mostly been doing the shows. But it's a matter of trying to get together to game.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing, was just getting the time.
Yes, my channel's name is Gamers with Coffee, Mr. Smartass. So we do sit around and talk about gaming and bring other gamers on. I'm going to be on a podcast here in the next week or two with a couple of groups from like the London area that you guys don't know. And so that'll be fun. And I'll let you know more about that when I do. They actually asked me on another platform because we're not just here on YouTube. So that'll be interesting. It'll be fun. And they're pretty much Warhammer specific, yeah. So that'll be interesting. But
we'll do a little more Warhammer focus, or at the very least, do more Kill Team focus this year.
You are when we do Aeronautica Imperialis, that is Warhammer sponsored.
Well, yeah, that is, but it's in a different means. I mean, I'd still like to get into Adeptus Titanicus a little more too, but that's going to be a lot of research and study time before we can play that. Plus, building a miniature is insane.
Yep. But so there's some things there, and then what Clint was mentioned for February. So we'll just start doing 2 months at a time, and just kind of let people know what we're doing. That way we have an idea too, and we can start getting at least a game in every week now, as opposed to every couple weeks, and then we'll still do the show. So it's just a matter of
Yeah, Mini Warmut, I'm a little torn on Warcry. I might look into it a little more serious than I used to before.
He says it's really easy to learn.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Generally just not big into fantasy, but some of that stuff is just too cool to at least not give, some attention to.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to be big into fantasy, Clint. We work every day.
That's true.
Yeah. Isn't that your fantasy, to get up and go to work every day?
No, it's their fantasy that the company actually works like it's supposed to.
And we're at World War II. Yes, Mel won. That's good, considering Mini Warmut says Brian leaves things out. The other Brian leaves things out sometimes, but that's okay.
All right. The steering linkage.
Oh, who is this Kcrg9 Weather? That must be Keegan.
Keegan.
He wants a link. Good grief.
Well,
here, Keegan, I put it in there. If you can't find it, I guess it's the mysterious missing link.
Wow. All the wheels turn and the drive shaft turns and everything's built right. That's scary.
You did it correct?
Clint? Yeah, apparently, and upgraded.
So you upgraded
the overdrive gear in it.
I'll email you my life. I'll send it over. Just upgrade it a bit and send it back, and I'll install it.
Do you want it with stainless or without stainless?
Let's go with stainless. That way, if I spill coffee
to make it a little more water resistant, easier to clean.
Then I don't rust.
In mud or in the sand.
Yeah. What live feed you talking about there? Hello, Keegan. Keegan.
Hello. No, I had to pause the other one so we didn't have feedback.
Yeah, I just closed the other one before I launched the app. All right, now I can put the rear axle together. This is a little easier.
So, Keegan, I was telling him how you almost won. You did pretty good. You shot down his Clint's bomber, so did good.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
No, it wasn't bad. Your Mustangs took a lot of damage, but you shot down them German planes or tried shooting them down. You almost got Josh, and then he only got you because you had more damage.
Yeah. He wants to do next week. He wants to do that again, but he wants to do it in reverse.
Well, next week we're doing Aeronautica
We
Imperialis.
could look at doing it again.
Well, I mean, maybe next week, but he wants to do that again. So, but he wants to
next
do it in
time they
reverse.
play.
Huh?
Yeah, he likes that game. I mean, because it's.
I mean, but if he wants to give Aeronautica a try too, we could certainly do that also.
Right, but that would be pretty awesome.
I mean, I'm going to have enough extra fighters that he'd have something to play.
Yeah. Oh, I never picked up my I am not an asteroid. I did not make that big of an impact. Wow.
Well, a little bit
Okay.
when you hit the ground. You made a crater. It's okay though. But yeah, it's fun.
Wait, you have a grandfather?
Who? What?
What? Come here.
Who?
Oh, okay.
Who is that? Hi, Jaden.
This is Aaron.
Hello, Aaron. How are you?
See? Told you it's Aaron.
She just wanted to see what's going on, huh?
Yeah, she wanted to say hi to Grandpa. Scoot over so you can be seen.
Oh no! What you doing? She's not sure.
Oh, snap.
So I like your backdrop, Keegan. It's simple.
Yeah, it's a simple thing called, and they've made it for years. These backdrops, they've made them for years, centuries even. It's called a blanket.
A blanket.
Blanky
Nice.
drop.
Blanky drop.
Blanky drop.
I got my blankie. Yep.
I got my blankie.
Well, I am going to have a lot of extra screws. Dang.
Clint, you're not supposed to have extra parts when you're tearing things apart.
You do when you're replacing parts.
Oh.
Called upgrade.
Well,
So speaking of games,
you made it better, right?
Exactly.
So here, Word World War II says put it under your pillows for some extra cash money. Apparently there's a game fairy that'll come by and pick that up.
But it's not gaming stuff.
Well, it will be now. Which is the game that would be played first this year? We already played. So
Yep.
Today it was World War II, Wings of Glory.
Well,
And it was a mission run with Clint with a German bomber and 2 German fighters as an escort. Keegan had 2 American P-51 Mustangs. And Keegan's job was to shoot down the bomber or kill the planes off. So he shot the bomber down, but Clint dropped the bomb.
Yep.
So
Clint dropped the bomb.
Yep. Clint dropped the bomb. So, yep.
Actually, the bombing was actually a lot easier for that game than I thought it would be. I kind of like how they do it.
Well, we don't know Brian from World War II, so that his kid lost a pillow. Or a tooth. You didn't put that in there. I thought there was a gaming fairy. Never mind.
What Brian was saying is his kid got into a fight and got a tooth knocked out.
Yeah. I'm going to put all my sprues under the pillow and see if the gaming fairy will come by and replace them.
Speaking of that, with that plastic welder I was telling you about, Keegan, we might need to be starting to keep our sprue material. Because we can use it to fix up terrain and a few other things.
Fix up terrain, you probably weld and make new terrain.
Yeah, so really, it would behoove us not to toss the sprues if we can use them.
There you go. Katie says Josh beat you.
Oh, what's that down here? down in the basement by myself. Go figure.
Isn't that where they normally keep you? Keegan? Just to be
Yeah,
on
but
the
they gave
safe
him
side?
internet for entertainment.
Oh. Okay.
Now he can watch Netflix.
Internet.
Yeah, it's a dangerous world out there.
Yes, it is. Yep. So, the game plan, if Clint doesn't have those bombers painted for Aeronautica Imperialis, he's supposed to.
Plan?
Well, the fighters are almost done first, so, but yeah.
Are they boxers or kickboxers?
No.
Fighters, yeah, not MMA.
No, they're.
Two pins.
He's supposed to be getting those done, so that should be what it is.
Okay.
Yes, Mini Warm-Up. Occasionally, we do get lost. It happens. What can I say?
You roll the dice to find your way home, don't you?
Since I'm here, yeah. It's only when I wander away from the house that I have troubles. And I'll tell you what, this whole leave breadcrumbs thing you see in stories, that's a lie. Lie.
Yep.
Because the birds come by and start picking it up behind you. You can't find your way back.
Can you cut my screen out for a second? Now I got out.
Hold on a second. There we go. We cut Keegan out. And also, Clint, you know the other lie?
What?
Yellow crowns. They do not taste like lemonade. That is also a lie.
Yeah.
Just tastes like wax. So there's just things you got to be careful, man. There's deception. You just don't know.
Missing two pins.
Oh no. Oh no, Mini Wormite is asking where's the professionalism on this channel. We never once claimed to be professionals. Not ever. I don't think. I tried to structure it quite professionally at first, but I realized it always sidetracks itself. So I just let it go. Now we just get on and it is what it is. Yeah, one or more Brians needs to anchor it. Sure. Well, stick to the script. We don't have a script. We could try to write one, but then I have to teach Keegan to read and all that, and that's just going to be too much. So I can't do that.
Okay, that's not good.
Mini Warmut says he demands more from us, Clint.
I'm building RC. What more do you want?
You're talking games and building RC stuff?
Yeah, what more do you want?
That's multitasking. Yep.
Yo.
So he's trying to do more for you, Mini Warmut. Occasionally Keegan dances for you. You know, when you join those live streams, you see that.
God.
I know. Poor Clint. He doesn't like to see Keegan dance. Hello, Keegan.
Hey, Clint.
Yeah. Oh.
Clint.
Yes.
You see this?
British. It's much nicer than the other.
Oh, you don't want to fly away on the bird? What?
No, I just was trying to be polite for the rest of the internet.
What you doing? Can you hear me, Jaden?
You said you got to speak up a little bit.
So you stick up your fingers behind Keegan's head and do this so that everybody on YouTube can see him.
Do that, and I'll take away your RCs. Okay, you don't go race the next Wednesday.
That's okay.
So no, you lost your race next Wednesday.
All right.
You have to
Keegan,
fix them anyway.
you have a request from the other Brian.
No.
I
expect
there
Brian
you go.
So I guess I should
And
do
that's what the heck? Then you could do the floss from Fortnite, right?
What was that? You just Q-tip and throw it away. Q-tip and throw it away.
Oh my God.
hell?
What movie was that from? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's from Cock Blockers.
Blockers.
No, yeah,
Oh,
Blockers. It's a bad movie.
now, Keegan, you're starting to get requests.
Yeah, well, it's just this movie about these three parents that find out their kids made a pact for losing their youthfulness, I'll put it, on prom night.
You got a request,
Oh,
Keegan.
stalker. Yeah. You want Keegan to lose his usefulness on prom night? What?
No! Oh my God, you guys. Brian, he wants you to do the robot.
If I do that, I can't do that because you know what? I really don't want to get raped by Cortana again.
Oh, we got to watch out for Cortana.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm older now. I do not need.
What's Crystal saying?
Well, come here, dear. Come here. Come here. No, you don't look like that. Come here.
Hate doing eclipse.
You told me.
That's okay.
I'm like, yeah, no. I'm older now. I can't do that. It'd be the pop lock and call the ambulance now.
You could try. Can't hurt too bad. Yeah, if things start cracking, then you'll know what to do, you know.
That's my ankle. They like to pop a lot.
I can't believe Minnie Warmut says it's 75 degrees where he's at. It's like, how cold did it get here the other night? 29 below?
Where is he at?
I don't even know what it is now, but it's cold, and he's...
Well, let's bring up the official Kcrg9 Weather.
Where is Minnie Warmut? I know we've talked about it before.
Got it?
Minnie Warmut?
Yeah.
He lives like in Bermuda in some sort of mansion. He tells us he has a garage, but I think he just had that room built to look like a garage. So it's poor people don't. Yeah, it's 13 degrees. That's about right. It's actually warmed up then because when I went out with the dog, I was like, yeah.
Well, you gotta think it's right before sunset, so now it's warming up. Ooh, what is it gonna be?
Very true. Very true.
34 on Friday. Ooh.
Yeah, don't we have a chance of snow coming?
Huh?
Don't we have a chance of snow coming again?
Yeah, Friday.
I know it's supposed to get icy, it says later, and freezing drizzle. So.
Yeah, that's about all we've had this year is freezing drizzle.
No, we got snow outside.
Yeah, sort of.
What are you doing to her?
Yeah, I know. Minnie Warmut's in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
That's code for mansion in Bermuda. Oh, there's the lab.
Brian says
She's
it's
good.
52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that it's 52, but you don't have to rub it in. That's okay.
Well, I mean, he is south, so.
Yeah, true. That's true.
That makes sense.
That is for sure. At least it's warm there for you, Brian. We're glad. We're glad it's warm for both of you, Brians. For us, it's a little chilly, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Minnie Warmut says that their ski resorts are getting lots of snow. We have a couple. We don't really have ski resorts. They're like hills, and they call them mountains, but they're not a mountain. Yeah.
You do not. Do not. Yeah, now you are.
Oh, Crystal.
Why are all our subscriptions going up all of a sudden?
Oh, whatever.
Well,
You're right, Minnie Warmut.
It's me, so who's the idiot?
Iowa has no mountains.
Well, yeah, we have some hilly terrain, but yeah, there's really no mountain.
Go near the Butte, it gets pretty steep.
Yeah, it does, but that's mostly just
steep up there.
Yeah, Brian, from World War II, that's Canada. They're just.
It's Canada.
We can't speak for them, so that's all I can say.
They are living in a perpetual lockdown at this point.
Yeah, it's insanity. And then you've got look at that other country, Kazakhstan or whatever. They said no. They overthrew their government yesterday. Kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
There's a
That's
lot of
kind of
them.
cool.
They're just like, we're done.
We're done. Yep, that's what people are saying. But yeah, there's no mountains here in Iowa. Nope.
No.
But back to game related, since we've covered weather and stuff, that game con is coming up. I'm going to check into it and see.
Yeah, might as well.
Might do that again because I had fun last year doing it. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it was. It got a lot of attention and it was kind of interesting too. So
No, Mini Warmite. Most of the big hills are up north near Cora. That's where a big hilly area is at.
Yeah.
it's Mount Trashmore.
There too, isn't it?
No, that's not Mount Trashmore anymore. It is a productive
About
now.
Mini Warmut, they gave you he has a lot of sarcasm. That's why I like this man. Back to gaming. When did we talk about games? You're right.
Oh,
We have
before you
deviated.
go on.
We deviate, and if the other Brian's here, it deviates into politics and stuff. So we end up like going from the games all over. I don't know. It's just what gamers talk about. So we're kind of weird that way, which is okay.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Yeah, we could talk about games, tooth fairies, game shop fairies that come by and give you new
That's
sprues
what
under your
we do
pillows.
about game shops.
Yeah, for sure. So, Crystal,
Game shop podcast.
Keegan said you guys are making steak tonight.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I'm having your dinner for supper after the weekend.
Yeah, whatever he's making.
That's okay. You don't gotta invite me for supper. It's all good.
You know what? I can run that.
Minnie Warmont said because due to the unprofessionalism, I need to be sentenced to eat by myself. So I'll do that.
Picked it up like it. Like I guess for us to be more calcium like without you
Uh-oh.
I like Dad's idea better. Let's go get some steak.
We're
What?
gamers.
No, there really aren't very many game shops around anymore.
We're gamers. We're not.
We've got two in town that are actually surprisingly, both of them are functioning. One of them,
Yeah.
I mean, the one we normally go to, of course, there's a good reason why he's functional. So,
Is that our problem, Clint? We're not functional?
when were we ever functional? What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm always
Oh,
Yes,
right.
Minnie Warmont, you did
We were
say
supposed
that,
to be
sir.
productive members of society, right?
We are productive members of society. Right now, we're tying up the internet with information that's useful
true.
to somebody.
Mini Warm
That- At least to us, it's useful.
Yeah, Mini Warm
Minnie Warmont, did I cross the line? You know what, Minnie Warmont, you never cross the line.
Except
Never.
I'm not a wife, I'm just a girlfriend, so.
Yeah, because you won't make a freaking date. I've already proposed and I told you to plan a date, and you're like, I don't know what date to choose. Hence the reason 5 years later.
Eh.
You ever see
Uh-oh.
that movie, Your Engagement? That's us.
Welcome to Gamers with Coffee relationship therapy session.
No, just give me some dice. We'll be good. Dice and
Roll for it. Roll for it.
Yeah.
It's either a fail or not.
I know your wedding is going to go.
There you go.
Right? The divorce rate and everything. Yeah, that's about how it is. Dice.
Poor weird World War II. He's like, just when I think I figure this Greg and his family out, what the? Yeah. He doesn't
Never
know.
tried to figure out Reagan's family. Never.
You know? Okay, so I think I've got the Bryans in order. Minnie Warmup Brian is married to Mel, correct? No.
No.
You're World War II Brian.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, I don't
I
know better.
Crystal even knows. She's watched the show enough. No, so it's weird World War II is married to Mel. Let's not give her to the other Brian. Good grief.
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord.
Many Wormut's like, hell no, sir.
Now I've done poke the berry. I don't know.
It's okay.
Quit while you're ahead, Deacon.
Quit while you're ahead. You're good. You're good.
She said she'll be right back. So.
Yeah. She's probably going to go get something to slap you with, which I hope. It would just
go look in her deep freezer.
Brian from Weird World War II is all. She's into weirdos. That's a good thing, right? She's into weirdos, and she took you, Brian. So be happy, man.
You said she was into weirdos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, burgers?
No, nobody here is, quote, normal. We all exist outside those boundaries. So
we don't believe in labels.
Huh? Yeah. Yep. None of us want to be, quote, normal. So it's okay.
We got what? Ooh, I bet we get decent.
It's possible, Mini Wormut. That secretly he does like abuse. That could be another show, too.
Yeah.
He probably does. I'm going to go with he does. And we'll leave it at that. He doesn't have to confirm it.
Yeah, their proof is not required.
No proof required, sir. It's all good.
We've met Brian. We just, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but I can be kind of well, it sounds like sometimes people get that burgers.
Well,
I need to buy some of these metric bits for my drill. This would be so much easier with a cordless drill.
Oh, Mini Wormut.
I've seen a couple people, they've got either the small Ryobi hand drill, or
I got
ones.
this little guy. Well, it's on sale at Harbor Freight, but I don't have any bits for it. I need to buy some bits.
That's because you bought the one for $4.99. If you spent the extra $1, it comes with bits.
Now, see,
no, it comes with regular bits. I need specialized bits.
You see, the smaller ones
of course.
Less torque.
Yeah, I need the hex bits.
It probably doesn't have much power to it at all.
We got to get you a mic, Keegan.
Yeah, really.
A better mic.
I'm supposed to ask you, how's teriyaki chicken sound for supper?
Ooh, that sounds
How
good.
is what?
Teriyaki chicken.
Ah, sounds good. Teriyaki chicken and what? Fried rice?
Rice, she says.
Nice. I'm there. I just need a little hot sauce.
She's going to go do her wifely duties, as Brian says.
Ooh, you're just going to get smacked when she sees this later.
Yeah. It'll be the first time, probably won't be the last.
It won't be the last. That's for sure.
And I'm not scared. She whips that out, then I know my end is near.
Oh, wow. So Mel's making stew with rice, which is good too.
Ooh, nice.
I just need to take a road trip out there to Texas. And I'll just show up at Brian in Texas.
Going to make ramen.
Yeah. Ramen? Hey, that's good too.
You know what? That'd be cool. Go down to Texas and go see them. And then while we're down there, we can swing by the Traxxas headquarters.
Ooh, yeah.
We could do that, but then I would swing by. Don't tell Mytho, so I'd just be knocking on the door, and his wife would be, honey, there's some strange man out there holding Games Workshop figures crying. He wants to talk to you.
What the heck with that? You walk in holding your, what's that one with the really big cross over that he carries? I think it's like a Lord or something. You guys like that.
Oh, God knows.
There's a couple of them,
yeah.
Actually, Texas Roadhouse sounds good. I should order that. Just go pick it up.
You pick it up and don't just eat it there, Clint? Isn't your steak?
No, just me. I'll just pick it up and bring it home.
Oh yeah.
Because everyone else has already eaten.
Megan,
Except
that's it. Just tell her to stop and order Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, Crystal and I have had Texas Roadhouse. We will now order one of the combo platters together. We'll eat roughly half of that, take the steak home, and use the steak when it's just us. Take the steak home and use the steak the next day to make a scrambled mess. And oh my God, you want to talk about delicious scrambled mess?
Steak and eggs.
Oh, it probably is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then on top of that, you bring home the rolls and the butter with you.
Well, now you're just making me hungry. Jeez. I haven't been to Texas Roadhouse in probably about 2 years or 3. It's been a bit. 2 years, I think. Last time when we went with you guys, a year and a half or so ago, 2 years ago.
Actually, if I have to figure out my own food, I should just get Nara. But
What Nara?
Oh, Nara's? Yeah, get some fried rice.
yeah.
Where's that at?
I told you that's
Blair's Ferry Road.
Indian Thai place that Clint told me about. I like it.
Yeah,
It's
stuff's
expensive
good.
though, really, but for what you get, but
It's not
good.
bad for the fried rice. Some of their other stuff is pricey for sure.
And so,
I do
Mini
that.
Warmut is right. Warm bread and cinnamon butter.
Warm bread and cinnamon butter is the bomb.
Oh yeah.
That's true. Very true.
Yes, Mini Warmut, about 2 years. I really could use a good steak, and I really could use some food like that.
Oh, the bad part is it's like almost $15.
Yeah, now that you don't have to worry about something else.
Start the house on fire.
What, Keegan? That's hard for me to hear you.
Oh, here, let me lean forward. Better?
That's a little better, yeah. Otherwise, it's just too far into even trying to listen.
Well, you're getting older. Do you need to start considering hearing aids for you, or?
Yes. Hearing aids. Actually, we just need to get you a good mic.
Yeah, that's on my list to do. So.
Yes, there is about 15 minutes from me. If I get on the freeway, it's not very far at all.
Oh yeah, it's
Texas Roadhouse, yeah.
town, really, just on the other side of town. I think.
Yeah.
Well, everybody goes, y'all live in Iowa. Do they got internet out there? Yes, they have internet. Do they got restaurants? Yes, we got restaurants.
Idaho.
Yeah. Yeah, we got stuff out here, dang nabbit. We got lots of corn. So you got to be careful talking outside because there's always ears listening.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You went there.
I did go there. Oh, well, Brian in Texas, he's got one down the road from me.
I bet Brian's got a Texas Roadhouse right down the street.
Yeah, I bet you do. Well,
That-
Brian, in Texas, you probably have lots of steakhouses.
It's probably like Starbucks. There's one across the street from the other one.
Well, what's crazy is I don't care what time you go during dinner, what day of the week, what time, that parking lot is packed.
Well,
Yeah, it is.
And don't they have the $10 or that $9.99 steak plate or whatever?
Yeah, I think
Tuesdays
so.
or-
I think they still do that.
I keep thinking I need to go because it'd be cheap enough to just go, but I forget about it.
Waterloo, I don't know about the one down here, but one up Waterloo during COVID last year, they had a deal where you could pay like $10 or $11, and it had a nice steak lunch. You just drive in, pick it up, take off.
Yeah. They did that here too, and we still do. I still just get it to go usually because it's always so packed in there. So there's no point in going to sit when there's nowhere to sit.
Yeah, that's true.
We went a couple months ago, and I think it was almost a 45-minute wait, and we're like, no, heck with this.
Yeah, I don't want to sit somewhere and
Yeah.
wait an hour just to get seated, another hour to get fed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
I'm fat. I don't wait for food. Food waits for me.
That's interesting, Keegan. Yeah. So good question there. I mean, warm up for the other Brian. What game will you do next?
Hey, they were doing Pathfinder the other day. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Now, that's kind of like a different, more on Earth style of Stargrave by the looks of it.
Pathfinder?
Pathfinder?
No, it's an alternate D&D.
Yeah, it's like it. So he's going to be playing. Ooh, Dust. There you go, Clint.
Oh, nice.
Northwest Battleground. Weird
Yeah.
World War II. Secrets of the Third Reich.
I wouldn't play anything that says Weird World War II.
I could see Brian DMing it with some really weird stuff. Yeah,
I think it'd be fine.
yeah, I think he'd be fine, but it might throw you for a curve whilst you're playing. Oh. Aha.
I played that.
Here you go, Clint.
Just a second.
You know we had that dust game up here, don't you?
Yes.
No, dust has been discontinued for a while.
Doing about 80 miles an hour down the gravel road. Isn't that the same game?
No, it's not the same game.
Oh.
Oh, hello, Dee. Dee says she's just stopping in to say hi.
Hi,
Hello. So Colette, hey Brian, in Weird World War II, what did Colette think about that? I mean, did she have fun playing Pathfinder? Probably. I'm guessing she did. Of course, Brian. They are evil. Nice. What a way to give a new person a start to a game. Hi, how you doing? Think you're going far? No. But there you go. That's part of the fun.
I'd like to get the table. I know it's pretty expensive. I'd like to get the coffee table one, where you can do D&D and the maps on the table, and it goes.
Yeah, the digital stuff. It's actually coming down in price.
Is it?
Some of that stuff's becoming less and less expensive as they make more specialized systems for it. Yeah, I'd love to have one, but I don't even know where to put it. If I had a dedicated gaming room, then for sure.
You know, maybe we should just all go in, the three of us, and rent a house together and call it the gaming house. There. That's what we do, Clint.
No.
We start in a house. We'll start a gaming shop in a house.
Yeah.
It'll be.
Yeah, I don't know if the city would like that. Could try. The city may not like it.
Then you could rent the upstairs through Airbnb, and they could come in. It'd be just like going to a tavern. We'd have the gaming room up front. They could sleep upstairs, like in a tavern.
Yeah. There are people that are doing like all sorts of like those cosplay B&Bs and stuff like that.
Rent out each room individually through Airbnb. There we go.
Like everything else.
Nice point there, Brian.
Oh no, we live in Cedar Rapids. They'll know. There's a lot of stitches. A lot.
What am I, Dudley Do-Right? Yeah, I tend to not get in trouble. It's easier that way.
If the shoe fits.
Yep. I try to play by their rules. Don't necessarily like it, but you know, the whole jail thing's not fun.
Yeah.
It's more fun to ask them questions back that they simply can't answer. But then they have to question themselves. It's even better that way.
Except that some of them still don't get it.
They call the police, and then they throw jail, and then it's always things around the courtroom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That still doesn't always register.
Oh yeah, I'm not a subject. For sure, Brian.
That's why I put donuts in the center of their roads during the snow in a skid loader.
Says Keegan with evil laugh. Ugh.
Me? You never accuse me of things. I'm just, being a citizen and clearing the roads. Well,
Just trying to do.
To remove the snow.
What are you doing here? Just gaming, sir. Why is there 100 people here? Just gaming, sir. Why do they all look happy?
We're really bad at
gaming. Yeah. If they can't make money off it, they don't want you to do it. So you got to try to work around it. But I know what you're talking about, Keegan, because people are doing all sorts of cosplay taverns, and there's medieval taverns. There's all for about every genre out there that people are doing that.
But see, I think it'd be awesome because we do that. So we've go there and game, we'd have an automatic place to game. We'd have a whole house, a whole, at least one floor and a basement.
True.
Game on the main floor. Sleep up. So people can sleep upstairs, and a tavern in the bottom.
Good. That's an idea. I don't know.
Oh.
I know. It's been a day. At least we have fun today, and we did gaming. And then I'll check YouTube because the video of our gaming might be a little boring there, but it's just pretty much how to play that. But when you're looking at the planes, there's not a lot to.
Went pretty fast, I thought.
Yeah, it did.
He's got an idea. Get a tiny home or a trailer. That's actually not a bad idea.
Do what, Keegan?
Brian, he said get a tiny home or a trailer.
Yeah, you could.
We could get an RV.
Portable gaming.
Get like a classy RV. Gut it out so we have the bathroom in there still. And we can game while on the road still. And then we can go visit everybody.
Yeah, so you're forgetting the most important part of this whole process, Keegan. The fact that we'd have the money to do it.
Oh, those are just minor things, minor inconveniences. What are you
Right.
Minor details. Minor details.
Right. Minor details.
Minor details. Those are some pretty decent details. Yeah.
I think they're a little more important than minor, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of ideas we had, like our one show. I mean, there's a lot of things
Yeah.
we can do, and we are working towards some of that. I know many more might listen, but yeah, there are things I'm looking into. Just to kind of expand and have some fun.
I just sound good. I think about every fucking pan just fell out of one of the cupboards. Oops.
But everything requires money, Keegan. It all does.
No.
It all does.
Everything requires
It's all revolve around monkeys.
You can acquire items without money. It's just a matter of getting caught.
So weird World War II. Brian says he watched the new season of Cobra Kai, and it was awesome.
Oh, wasn't that?
I have yet to see the
I'm gonna
first
pass.
season. I have yet to see the first season. I can't
I-
believe it.
Yeah, really no desire to watch it at all. I'm sure it's actually really
I
good.
seen it. Isn't
don't
it
care.
kind of corny though? I mean, I seen
No.
it trailers for it, and it doesn't look
It's, from my understanding, it's actually a pretty serious.
pretty good.
I tell you what, from what I understand, it definitely tips the Karate Kid stuff on its ear. Because apparently, Daniel, the Karate Kid, he's the bad guy because he's a douche.
Oh, he grew up to be the bad guy.
He grew up to be a douche, and he's supposedly a douche in it because he's always giving him crap and causing problems. And
Yeah, it sounds like they changed it quite a bit then.
well, yeah, I mean, I could understand them going in that direction.
Well, Minnie Wormont says no spoilers, and Weird World War II says it's
Well.
great. You have to give it a shot.
I've not seen it, so I can't say I'm giving away spoilers. I'm just going off of what I've understood of it. So,
There you go, Keegan. When I come over there for chicken teriyaki, throw it on the first episode and see what it's about, I guess.
Crystal and I actually have a new show to introduce you to. Clint, you like watching The Witcher, didn't you?
yeah, I need to watch second season of Witcher.
Okay. So Crystal and I got told about a show actually from my mother called The Last Kingdom.
Yeah,
And have you seen it already or no?
I've seen parts of it. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Greg, you definitely like it. It's that medieval time. It's Vikings, Saxons, British, all basically fighting to turn Britain into England.
Nice.
Yeah, it does. We just hit Season 3, I think we just hit season 2.
Apparently, the mini Wormut likes The Last Kingdom also.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking good.
One,
I'll agree with that. I had a hard time starting The Witcher. I had a hard time starting it.
Hey, Wormut says Last Kingdom rocks. Now, I haven't seen that one either. I guess I just don't watch any shows or anything anymore. I pretty much just don't deal with TV or any of that. I used to, but I think I'd rather do stuff with my miniatures. If I'm going to sit for 2 hours, I'd rather do something like that or do a game. Oh, well, Mini Wormut says the series is close to history, though.
Oh, I didn't know how close it was to history or not. Uhtred is freaking awesome. God, do I hate it. I don't know. These new Vikings that came in, they're just horribly vicious.
Vicious?
The Expanse, really? I only watched like the first episode. It was really good. I just never got back to it.
What's that about?
It's space.
Oh, okay.
It's actually really good.
Realistic space combat.
It's pretty good.
Is that on Netflix too?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, because we just
can't remember
something down on Netflix. It was like there's no point in paying for all these streaming services. You don't watch it enough, so we're just cut down to Netflix.
Yeah, we have several, so we just.
Well, the problem is that you get all these streaming services, and you complain that you don't want cable because you can't ever watch it and it's too outrageous. Well, you get all these streaming services. You get Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount. Well, Paramount Plus is free, but you get all these streaming services and Amazon. Yep, Amazon. And by the time you pay for all those, guess what you're paying for? Cable.
Nope.
Yep.
I see your point on that, but no. Do you know I only pay $30 a month for all my streaming stuff? And then,
but I'm saying by the time you get everything together.
Yeah, that is everything together. Because Netflix, Disney, or Hulu, Disney, and that are all combined under one. So it's only $16 a month for all three. I get ESPN also, but I couldn't give a shit less about ESPN.
Yeah, it's ESPN. No one cares.
Okay, so Weird World War II says he can send you a link to watch free stuff. So remind him. Yeah. Free is good. It's better.
I will forget in a little bit if that's what. Right, dear? Is that Weird World War II said to remind him to send you all the free stuff to watch? I said, well, here's your reminder because I'll forget in a little bit because that's the wife.
Mini Wormut says Amazon. Amazon has stuff too. I mean, all these places to watch stuff from, so you got plenty to choose from.
We have Amazon, but I don't pay for it, so I'm not worried.
See, I use Amazon for Audible. So I pay the $15 a month and get the Audible and Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that would make sense for you. I just never have time to sit down and listen to a book.
I like the Prime shipping, so that works for me.
Generally, if I'm sitting down somewhere right now, I'm usually working, and so I'm trying to do something while working.
See, I like using Audible because, when I was driving to work.
Yeah, that makes sense.
At the same time, it's just like, okay, I've got to get something to listen
to.
The same damn songs on the radio.
Yeah, when I ran papers all the time, I would always get audiobooks and listen to it. I listened to a lot of Stephen King novels.
I went through it was a year ago from last December. It was a year ago from this past December, wasn't it? I started the Jack Ryan series. So I was in a 745. We were digging a really big hole, and I bought Audible at that time. I went through all of the Jack Ryan book and the Jack Ryan Jr. books.
That's cool.
Who's Mitchell there?
I don't know. Who is that?
Oh, is that from The Witcher?
Probably.
All right, yeah. If you want to send the link later, go ahead. I really can't afford to be paying for any more, anything at this point. So.
Hey, and I think our Netflix is on your Xbox.
I don't know, Keegan. I haven't been on the Xbox for a long time. I used to game all the time when I had people to game with, but don't have really anybody to game with anymore. And I'd rather just do the miniature stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Carnival Row. I just couldn't. Shadow and Bone is really good. That's one you want to check out. That's an interesting premise.
So all these things to occupy your time then, huh? An hour or two at a time.
Yeah.
So you have to have time, though. If you have to be bored or not much to do to sit around and watch TV all the time, I don't have that kind of time.
Sometimes a good show is just good to watch.
Yeah, watching a show here or there, I don't knock. I talk to people though that's all they do is they sit in front of the TV. I guess if that's what you want to do, I mean, go for it.
Yeah, I know some people like that.
Frankenstein Chronicles. That sounds
never got into that one. I heard it was good, but just never got into it. Brian would like Carnival Row. That seems up his alley. Weird World 2, Brian.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Oh, Brian, Weird World 2, Brian. If you have not seen the beginning of season 2 of Doom Patrol, yeah, you need to watch the very first episode of season 2 of Doom Patrol. There's some images there that I'll never forget.
Stuff that you can't mention, I take it.
I cannot mention it, but it goes along the line with Carnival Row. It's just really there's certain things you can never unsee. They're not like horrible nightmarish, but they just don't go away either.
That sounds a lot like The Last Kingdom.
Well, it sounds a lot like.
Now this is a little. Well, I don't know if you've ever seen Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is awesome.
Oh, Dune Patrol? D-U-N.
Doom Patrol, yeah.
D-O-M.
So maybe more
it actually worked great on TV. I mean, first of all, Brendan Fraser's in it. It works really well as a TV show. I was super impressed with it.
Weird World War II, Brian. He's like, yeah, with that description, I'm hooked.
First of all, the Iron Guy is Brendan Fraser and Brendan Fraser's attitude and demeanor. So, I mean, it's brilliant. There's nothing like someone who was a douche to start with get turned into a giant metal robot, lose his life, and still be a douche about it.
Takes talent, man.
That sounds like someone that we know. Oh, the Blue Warhammer figures. Those wannabe things. Oh, those wannabe Space Marines. That's what it sounds like.
Wannabe Space Marines.
Yeah.
This coming from a guy who spent 10 million years in bed.
I was tired.
Probably as a Necron watching.
I mean, I can't think of a more lazy race than that.
We're going to take a nap now, 10,000 years later.
so I had a few drinks and mixed it with melatonin, okay?
Though I should apologize because it was actually the orcs that woke the Necrons up.
Yeah. Those guys
well, that's just because they do things by accident, Clint.
Can you imagine the
and they don't care.
Oh,
True.
but can you imagine the first Necron being woken up by an orc and the look on the orc's face like, what the f- is that?
Well, they were scavenging parts, so they actually, I guess, grabbed the Necron's head and walked off with it because they were going to use it for parts.
There you go, Keegan.
Well, sort of.
Oh, are you going to challenge Brian from World War II?
Me?
Let's do this. Not
Yeah,
you.
I agree with Minnie Warmut on the Dark Angels, that's for sure.
Now, see the new ones you got, Kcrg. I'm not sure how they fight, but
and still,
they
I mean,
they aren't they supposed to be kind of. They're going to be loyal anyways and do crazy stuff.
see, I still like the Steel Legion, but of course,
Yeah, I believe the Slanesh part there, Brian, because that's creepy stuff.
they are.
Yeah.
They are very not right. That's for sure.
Yeah,
But that's the point,
weird stuff.
actually.
Yeah. But there you go. I mean, that would fit. That fits well, I think.
You know, I'd like to get a new kill team in. Gosh, we should play it in February and get the kill team in. Because that give us enough time to get Josh an army of some sort.
Josh will play. We got to throw down so people can watch. Honestly, Elder Scrolls: A Call to Arms, because it is really cool.
Elder Scrolls. I tried playing the Xbox version. I don't know, for some reason I played through it, got to the first thing, and I just wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan of it. Or no. Was that Elder Scrolls? Yeah, it was Elder Scrolls. Because at the same time I told you that Warhammer had their game on there and I was going to download it and never did.
Well, the Templars look kind of cool too. I don't know. There's a couple of them that interest me, but I'm not sure.
The Templars look cool, but their actual the way they are, it kind of annoys me.
What is it?
There are a lot of the chapters that just you start looking at the chapter itself and you're like, why would I want to play that?
Well, it's because they're just trying to come up with different chapters, different things.
You know, the Space Wolves are very straightforward. They're Vikings. There you go, problem solved. You know? But, Ultramarines are just that. They're your standard Marine. They're the Army, basically. They're not really the Army, but they're the Army.
They're the Saxons. That's what they are.
So, yeah, Dark Angels are a little more elite. Black Templars, there are a lot of the offshoot ones are a little more specialized, but not always the best either. The Death Watch or whatever, which are like the combination of all of them. I really always wanted to play those, and then I finally got the codex and started looking. I'm like, Jesus, no! It's just because they're made of every single Space Marine chapter. Everybody's kind of got their own rules, and it's a little hard to stay consistent with it. I'm like, yeah, that's more thought than I want to put forth to my Space Marine army.
Oh, they don't just follow their own rules for their group, for their team. It's a whole follow different rules from different.
Yeah, and some of it is still really heavily religious based. I mean, not that every Space Marine chapter isn't religious based, but some of it more so than the other. That's kind of why the Space Wolves and why the Dark Angels are not as heavily religious based. But then you look at the Grey Knights, and they're just cool looking. Their stuff is awesome. I mean, having a halberd weapon with a bolter built into it is pretty awesome. I'm sorry. Or a giant sword that has a bolt pistol attached to it.
It's kind of cool to think an Yeah.
You got to actually get your Necrons and put them on the table, Keegan, because a couple of them are kind of cool out of that.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, you haven't. No, I mean to play.
Hold on. I had to get up.
I'll tell you, his Necrons for Aeronautica are going to be real interesting.
Yeah, because isn't that AI controlled ship, man?
So they're just stuff. It's the Necron itself. It's not actually.
That's what I'm saying. It's not piloted, right? It's its own.
Yeah, there's no pilot. The
own.
Necron is the ship. It's just like, whoa, dang. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, because they're like living battle, if I remember right.
What is he doing? I meant for him to put them on a table and field them. Game.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know.
I thought you were asking me to go.
Oh yeah, I get them. That's fine. You can get them. I just saying at some point you need to game with them, but a couple of the tall ones that you got are interesting. I don't know what the abilities are. You know what? Good question. Do the Grey Knights teleport?
I believe they do now. I thought I saw something about they can teleport now. They didn't used to, but I believe they can now.
Get the camera to focus.
We got to get you a better camera, sir.
Oh, this is your camera.
Well, then we got to get you. It is? Oh, is that older one I gave you?
Oh, it's not a Necron, but it's for, what the heck is it? Stargrave we were playing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Keegan. Yeah, so Mini Warmut says he played Orcs against Grey Knights, and the guy was able to teleport behind the lines and wiped him out.
Yeah.
Huh. So then they teleport within X amount of inches of the...
Well, most Space Marine chapters have the ability, yeah.
And so Mini Warmut says that's when he learned he needed vehicles for Orcs, Clint, because it took him forever to reach the lines.
Yeah. But Orc vehicles go explodey real easy, too. Well, they used to. The new ones are a little better because they're just fast.
Yeah, but that's because they cobble stuff together out of everything. I mean,
yeah, well, that's how they're...
Which makes them kind of cool, yeah.
The fact that, there's a lot of lore about Orcs just basically cobbling everything together, and, like, the Imperium trying to copy how their stuff works and not getting it to work because for some dumb reason the Orcs are just so stupid they believe it works, and it works. It works by their sheer will of stupidity.
Oh my god.
I kind of like the Orcs just for that. It's just like, here, we can just throw something together and it's going to function because we think it will.
Well, Mini Warmut says his favorite armies, his two favorite are the Orcs and the Dark Angels.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now with Orcs and Dark Angels. So that's my thing.
Well, all I have is the Ultramarine, but I'll tell you what, I like the motorcycles that they got, and I like the your quad. That quad damage, dude.
Yeah,
but
your quad would have been
okay if you didn't put your Redemptor out there and then.
Yeah, the Redemptor. That is a little bit overkill, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. It works great though against everything else, but if you put it up against a Dreadnought, it doesn't work so well.
Well, standard Dreadnought would have been so bad. That Redemptor is just nasty.
Mini Warmut says he's discovered other tons of cooler games. The greenskins just stare at them from a shelf. Yeah, there are lots of cooler games. There are tons of games out there. We're not specific to any one game. See, that's the thing, Mini Warmut. You guys, we'll play all sorts of stuff. I think, like, if I want to learn Warhammer stuff, I will talk to, like, Mythos, because him and Freak are, like, legends on that. Those guys know literally every in and out on things that I just never had the chance to learn. But they're very good at it. It's just, I don't know. We play different games, too. So the Orcs, I will say this, though. When they went up against my Ultramarines, I could kill them till they got a hold of me. But then when Clint's Orcs got a hold of me in melee, they just beat the crap out of you. Yeah, and you did send me that PDF, sir. Yes, I have that, and I've downloaded it, and I will learn it and game it.
Yeah,
But yes,
they're nasty up close and personal. I mean, if you keep them orcs away, you can win.
Yeah,
Just
they're not
don't
very
let them
shooty.
go. Even the Necrons don't stand a chance.
yeah, they don't shoot very well, but once they get a
No,
hold
they're
of something
terrible
like that,
shooting.
what was the one you had, Clint? I don't remember what you
The
called it.
one,
With
it
the
was the
claw.
one or mega, the one,
It's like a mega knob
one
or something.
node
You grab my dude, and
with the power claw. Yeah, the
That was nasty.
yeah,
the
that dude when
power
he
claw
grabbed a
is a
hold of you, it
beautiful
was so there. I mean, every one of them has their own things, and is Warhammer cool? Yeah. Is there other things that are out there that are cool? Yeah. Do you have to just play Warhammer only? No. Play whatever you want to play.
Like Gaslight.
Um, Gaslands is fun.
Yeah.
We played Wings of Glory.
We should play that. That should be on our list to play this year.
It will be on our list to play this year for sure.
All we're doing is we got January and February, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and
we're going to change it up. It's not going to stay the same, and this way we got a game every weekend.
Yeah, because I would like to at some point this year do Twilight 2000 also.
Yeah, you got that new edition.
That's right. I forgot you had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You came with that too, didn't it?
Yeah, it came with maps and stuff, so we'll have plenty to do with that one.
Yep, we got stuff lined up to do. It will be fun. But I guess what we should do, guys, is wrap it up. It's heading towards 5:40, and then I can head over to my daughter's house. And
you're coming over here?
Yeah, because I'm going to come get some teriyaki chicken. That, or if Clint's at home by himself, we'll go to Texas Roadhouse.
Back the kids in the car. We gotta go.
Wait a minute, Clint. It
Wow.
depends. Clint, are you ordering Nara's? If you're ordering Nara's, Clint, then I'll go over there.
I don't know yet.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you want to say hi? Come here.
Hi, Aaron. What you doing? I'm gonna come over and tickle you, man. Tickle. Yeah. Yes, mini warm up, but don't tell him. Shh. It's supposed to be a secret.
He's got the same abilities as his sniper. He can't get a crap.
Yeah, that sniper, I'm just retired him. I tried him in 3 or 4 games. Can't hit nothing. So he's time to just sit on the sidelines. All right.
You want to tell him about your new game you got today? What's the new
What did
game
you get?
That you found in the Xbox. They had downloaded for you last night.
A Paw Patrol game.
You gotta be louder.
Paw Patrol game.
Paw Patrol game.
Paw Patrol, that's cool.
Well, that's more exciting than your game, Keegan, of Farming Simulator.
Oh, whatever.
Farming Simulator is boring. I have no idea how you do that. Just it's just like, my God, my brain is, huh?
I played as a farm manager, so I manage the farm, so I have people working for me.
Oh, there you go.
But the new one, the 2022 just came out. I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
But the AI in that has seriously upgraded, so your workers can do more than just work in the field. You can get your workers to take grain from your farm to market for you when you tell them to. You can have them go deliver equipment to your fields for you. You can have them on the end to where when you harvest and you dump in, when the wagon gets full, it'll run it back to the house. So the AI has seriously upgraded in 2022. So.
All right, Mini Warmer, you take it easy too. All right, you guys, we'll go ahead and we'll end this one up, and then on Sundays, every Sunday, we'll be putting up different games. So check it out. All right, we'll catch up with you guys later. I'll go ahead and end this so I can get the dog out and head your way, Keegan, because I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. Good night, Clint. I'll catch you later.
Catch you later.
Well, if Clint's the only one home, maybe we'll invite him